Hello and welcome. This is Michelle and today is Monday. So let's just give you a few minutes to get everybody coming on, and in the meantime I'll talk about a few little niggly detaily things that's happening in the world today. So I'm just curious, what is happening for people today? Like, what have you decided to do? So I always consider Mondays to be magical. Like, that's my thing, magical Mondays. And so what have you been doing for yourself for self-care? Extreme times requires extreme self-care. And so one of the things I did today was I got out in the beautiful sunshine, really got some vitamin D, really got some fresh air, needed that, got into a pool, like got my body moving. Yesterday I did some yoga. So what is it that you're doing to literally put yourself in the best place possible? That's my question for you. Like, really, with everything that's going on right now, most of us still have the ability. We're very lucky. If you're watching this, you're probably not one of the people that are ill right now. So what is it you're doing to keep your mood and your physicality and your environment, like at its highest rate? So I see everybody seems to be popping on. So I'm just going to give it one, maybe 2 more minutes before I get super started. And just a few little things. We didn't get last night's video up on YouTube, but we will today. We'll get both last night's video and today's video up on YouTube, so you can share it with non-Facebook Facebook people. And also I will start sharing it in a couple other places. So we're doing our best to get it out to everybody. I know it. I'm technologically semi-inclined. I'm doing my best. And like I said, this is just something I wanted to do. Why did I decide to do the 7-day chakra challenge? I know that for me, I use the chakras as a tool anytime things get overwhelming. And one of the things that happened today was I saw Deepak Chopra on, I think he's on CNN for all things. But, we're actually getting meditation going mainstream thanks to all of this. So I've been doing meditation for 20 years. I took my first meditation class in 1998 when I was a real estate agent. So I just wanted to kind of get everybody, kind of give everybody an idea of when I started meditation, I literally fell asleep in the class. So I did a 4-week meditation class and I fell asleep and snored every single time. I full on wake the class up snore where they're shaking me. So if I can move from that version of meditation to deep meditation like I'm doing now, trust me, so can you. So I just wanted to kind of give you that place where if you don't think you can meditate, that's not true. And meditation is one of the best things you can do for your body in any time, whether that's this kind of situation or any kind of stress. Meditation is so powerful, so key for your stressed out body. So it brings about the same endorphins as you get from eating a piece of chocolate or, popcorn or pizza. That's why we love those things. But other than food, there are other ways to get that same endorphin high. And meditation is one of them. Laughter is another one. So that's another very healthy way to get feeling good is laughter. And one of my favorites is exercise. Even walking can get you the same endorphins. And one of the others is the good old-fashioned O, used from another version of physical activity. But because this is kid-friendly, we'll just say, you all know what I'm talking about. So those are the things that get those endorphins flowing. But meditation is one of the most powerful tools. And then a lot of people are afraid of meditation because they think they have to completely shut off their mind. And that is a version of meditation, but most meditation is just the key to quieting your mind, stilling your mind, and focusing on something specific instead of something negative. So it doesn't have to be a complete quiet mind meditation. In fact, one of the people that are on here I had a conversation with by Facebook Messenger last night, and I know she happens to be using this time for cleaning, because when you're listening, you can be doing things like dishes and cleaning, and all those things can be a form of meditation. Walking can be a form of meditation. Running can be a form of meditation. So it's really just dropping into the theta brainwave. And what is the theta brainwave? The theta brainwave is that same brainwave as you get in at the time of relaxation, right before you go to sleep. It happens naturally in your body, no matter what. Everyone hits the theta brainwave twice a day. Once right before they go to sleep and once right when they wake up. Now, there's many other ways to get to the theta brainwave, and that's some of the things we teach in theta healing. But one of the ways you can do that is these small meditations, these easy mindfulness exercises. And you've all been there too. If anybody's ever driven somewhere and you didn't even know how you got there, but you had these big aha moment, like you were just like in the zone. The zone is the theta brainwave. That if you've ever done yoga at the end when they have you to do your 5 minutes of quiet and rest, that is when you're in the theta brainwave, that particular kind of meditation. So there's a lot of ways to get into the theta brainwave. And since we're talking about the third eye chakra tonight, one of the things I wanted to just mention was meditation is one of the biggest keys for this particular chakra. And we started with the colors yesterday, but it's kind of either blue or purple. So I put a blue tea light out. Some people see it as kind of a blue, and some people see it as a purple or a violet. So this is the color I think of this chakra as. And so I'm wearing my violet dress today, and I'm gonna eat some foods that invoke the feeling of this particular chakra. So like acai, one of them. Dragon fruit makes me think of this particular chakra. Beets, some beets are a little more purple and some are a little more red. So I think of beets for the third eye, or for that root chakra, depending on which one. Eggplant, blueberries. Blueberries are great for the brain. Raspberries, pomegranate, grapes, of course, grapes. And so these are your superfoods. Strawberries and superfoods are going to help you with your brain. And today is the brain. So one of the great things about the third eye is that there's this pineal gland right in the middle of your brain. If you were like to place your fingers here and place your fingers here, it's smack in the middle of your head. And that is where your pineal gland and your pituitary gland start squeezing together. And as you do that, you're actually connecting to that theta brainwave. As you imagine going up above your head, kind of gently looking up, not rolling your eyes back, but just gently looking up, you start accessing that pineal gland and pituitary gland. You may feel a slight pinch sometimes. I don't actually recommend over pinching. If you start getting too much of a pinch, disregard what you're doing. So you're just imagining looking up while your eyes are closed. Just looking up, not necessarily crossing your eyes, just looking up. And that accesses that place, which is why often we call heaven above. We want to go imagine being above our head because we're bringing our eyes into that place that helps us access that little bit of floaty feeling. And when we do that, we activate a gland and we activate brain chemistry. And really what we're trying to do is balance the right and left brain so that we're in balance, that we're in relaxation. And we do this, one of the things we can do in theta healing is we actually command our brain chemistry to be balanced. And I'll do that with you guys at the end. And one of my favorite things to do is put the past in the past and the future in the future and be super present. So one of the things that is so powerful, one of the emotions about the third eye is being present. Now, with your intuition, which is stimulated by deep thought and the third eye, you can start accessing things like the Akashic records or information through this mind's eye, because you can have visualizations. This is also a way to create as a creator, to visualize and stimulate what your intentions are. You use your third eye for that. You can also see and feel other people's stuff a little bit. So you want to let that part of it go, right? So one of the things you want to do when you're accessing all these super psychic skills is to release other people's stuff and to put yourself really, really present in the present. And so we have things like insight, psychic consciousness, wisdom. Our third eye is all about wisdom. Are you making wise decisions? And I think that's really poignant right now. Are you making wise decisions? Are you making decisions out of fear, or are you making decisions out of connectedness? Your intuitive ability, your visualization, and the power of your mind. So a lot of people are like, I'm not psychic. I can't see anything. When I look in, I just get a blank slate. But I guarantee all of you can do a version of visualization, which I call winning the lottery. Every single one of you have played the win the lottery game. When I win the lottery, I will. And you start saying, I'll do this and I'll do that. And you feel into it. So some of you who are more visual, this is great. You can see it. Some of you are more feelers, you feel it. Whichever way you play the I won the lottery game, or when I grow up, I'm going to be this, and you get this, images or feelings, that's actually your third eye. That's the stimulation of this visualization. So if you think you don't have any visualization, you're just not recognizing it. For some people, it's more like a telecolor, like a TV movie, but in other people, it's more like a feeling, like a knowing. Both are correct and both are stimulated through this third eye and through this time and space. So this is the center for wisdom, feeling the truth, finding the truth, and seeing the light. One of my favorite things to do is to actually place my finger on my third eye, which if you think it's up here, you're a little off. You actually want to imagine where your eyebrows are and go straight to the middle of that. That is where your third eye is located. So one of my things that I ask is this the truth? And another thing I ask is this mine? So much of right now is group consciousness and not actually ours. So you want to check in. Is this mine? Is this what I'm feeling actually mine? Or is this somebody else's? Is this someone in the house? The closer you're connected to someone, the closer you may be actually picking up their feelings, their fears, their situations. So is this mine? And I'll actually ask, is this my roommates? Or is this my students? Or is this my friends? Is this my mother's? And that intuition can also be fear. So be very careful to be not mixing up your intuition and fear. So it's always the highest answer. Viana Steibel, the creator of Theta Healing, talks about it's always the highest answer. It's a loving answer. So even if it's a, be careful, stay inside, it's done in a loving way. So like stay home can be, oh, stay home, you're going to die. If it comes out like that, then that's your fear and your ego. If it's more like stay home, keep your family safe, keep other people safe, be kind, do what you can for the world, then that is your actual creator voice, intuition. So that's a big thing for me, is to know that if there's any fear in it, that even if because if there is fear, it is more like, oh, you should stay home. That's not a good idea. But if it's, you should stay home, oh my God, there's not going to be toilet paper. That's the difference between your ego and your intuition. And it's a very different energy for the same message. Does that make sense to anybody? Speak up, send me a message if that was clear. So with this, I tend to meditate a lot laying down, and I tend to put crystals on my forehead. Now I know a lot of you can't get crystals. I got some messages last night, and I realized that it is not necessarily the best time to pick up crystals, go to the store and buy your crystals. You can get your crystals later. I know that Avalon is still open for probably until they're told they have to shut down if you're here in Orlando. But no, you do not have to have all of these crystals to like do the job. However, if you have crystals, this is how you would use it now or later. One of my favorites is to actually use my apotholite pyramid and lay it flat on my forehead right here. So I'll put like almost like the point down here in between my almost to my nose, the bridge of my nose, so that I'm laying flat. It's one of my favorite ways to use the situation of a crystal. Apotholite's great for that. You can use amethyst. Amethyst is another really powerful, we talked about amethyst yesterday. It's really powerful for the third eye. If you're trying to open up your crown chakra, you can use a right spin. If you missed yesterday, I use everything in a right spin with the crystals. And actually, because of my third eye, I will actually use the crystal at my ears, in between my eyes, and in the back of my head, and even at the top, to just kind of open up that entire brain chemistry. I might even do a figure 8 over my actual eyes, because this is really good for your eyesight, and it's actually good for your brain to be going a little bit back and forth. It's good for your neck. It's actually going to help relax your neck. Another thing that's really a nice stretch for your third eye is to just relax your neck a little bit in your shoulders. So roll your neck, and believe it or not, that is extremely good for your third eye, because you want to have your throat connection, your body connection open for this, time frame that you're going to be meditating. You don't want to have whether you're sitting up to meditate or you're laying down to meditate, you don't really want your neck to be like stiff. So one of my favorites, and they've used this for meditation all the way back to ancient Egyptian times, is lapis lazuli. And I don't know if I said that wrong. But it's the dark, beautiful blue that is got little bits of gold vein through it. And I have this nice chunk that I like to lay on my third eye for meditation. They call it the high priestess stone. So it is often used for that deep channeled meditation that you can use. I also have a nice piece of charoite that I use to open up. So I'm really big on the opening up the third eye, opening up the crown. If you're feeling like you need to protect the third eye, if you feel like you need a shield for the third eye, this is great for a lot of people. Wear this is called labradorite. And I don't know if you can see just how beautiful the colors are in this, but labradorite is great for the third eye, but I'll more hold it, although you can have a piece and place it on your forehead. Another way to use a stone is just to hold it in your palm. They call them palm stones. So whatever chakra you're meditating on, you might want to use a palm stone. And as I promised, I have the sacred symbol for the third eye here with me, which this is the sacred symbol, and this one is on a gray moonstone. Moonstone's great for the third eye. So there's the sacred symbol for the third eye. And so that's my chakra set. And that chakra set came from the Avalon Trading Company, which I think you can order those online. And forgive me, I do have the sniffles today. I was outside with a beautiful blooming Japanese tree. So all of a sudden I came in with just a little bit of pollen. And all of these things you can work on the chakra without all of these oils and things, of course. But I do use a lot of oils on my third eye. This is like my big space for putting oils, is just a small roller ball right here in my third eye and perhaps on my temples. And this is the Egyptian oils that I talked about yesterday. It's got a beautiful crystal roller ball, and it is sandalwood. What an incredible oil for the third eye. I also sometimes dress my candles with my friend Janine's third eye oil that is homemade. So those are some of the pre-mades, but there's a bunch of other oils that you can use. Frankincense, myrrh, patchouli, lavender, vanilla, juniper, rosemary, clary sage, heliocris, cypress, sandalwood, and vetiver. I would say for me, my big openers for my third eye is I use a lot of frankincense on there. And one I didn't note was rose. It has a very high frequency. And so a lot of times I'll use, if I'm really in deep channel and I've got a little extra money, and so I buy a beautiful bottle of rose oil, I will just put a drop of rose oil right there, and boom, it's gonna take me into where I need to go. Crystals are preonite. Oh, preonite's really good. Sodalite, which is, I call it the cheap man's lapis. Sodalite is very, very similar to lapis. It just has a more of a white and black vein through it than the gold. Celestite, moonstone. Moonstone's great. Moonstone is the psychic stone. You can use rainbow moonstone, black moonstone, all the different colors of moonstone. This one's just really nice, flat flat one for meditation. And turquoise, amethyst, indigo. So there's a lot of different things that you can use. So I just wanted to give you some of the correspondence for this. And then what would I do for meditation right now? I would use the color of purple violet, purple blue, that even like bluish purple, any of those colors. And I would imagine a beautiful ball of light, a spiral ball of light opening up my third eye. I would imagine it coming out around my head, almost enclosing my entire head. Now, of course, remember, I would have probably already brought the sparkly white light down, as we talked about yesterday, through my whole body. And then when you're working with a specific chakra, you're actually going to bring it all the way around your body so that it is in your field, the color of that chakra. And when it is out of balance, your third eye is out of balance, is often from, there's a fear there. It's definitely one of those things where you don't know what you can see. You're afraid to see what's going on. You don't like what you're seeing. So often we shut down because we saw something scary as a kid. Often we shut down because we saw or felt something, or we don't want to know what's going to happen. And right now I think people are shutting down because we're afraid of what's going to happen. And the answer is, this is where you want to get crystal clear. You want to have 20/20 clarity, which is, appropriate for this time and age. You want to know that you're safe, of course, but it's also better to be practical, to see what is coming. So you really want that, you want that safety. But if you're feeling unsafe, sometimes you can't use your third eye. If you're feeling fear, sometimes you're just going to get your saboteur voice instead of your real information. So if you're afraid of the future, or if you're, feel like you're not good enough, often your third eye can shut down. So I figured what we would do is we would give you some downloads today and some healing today, where you can feel absolutely back in charge of your mind and maybe put those monkeys out of it. So take a deep breath, shake it all out, bring all of your soul fragments back to you. So imagine closing your eyes, imagine all of you returning to you from everywhere, from time and space, from every person you have been thinking of. Pull and retract your energy back to you. And if you want, just say yes and allow me in, and I'm sending a transmission of this energy going through you like a beautiful purple ball of light, going through, releasing, clearing, and healing all the energy that you're holding on to for other people. All the other people have thought about you, and all the energy that you've put out to them. And then we're also clearing everybody out of the pool. Everybody's got to go. All the soul fragments where you're holding on to and thinking about other people, release, clear, remove, and send into the sparkly white light of the Creator's love, whatever name you want to call that, back to source. And release and clear and remove all your own negative thoughts, fears, and worries. Release it. Let it go. Release, clear, and remove all the actual obstacles in your path. Clearing and removing all the inferred obstacles in your path. Just things you're afraid of. Plan B, C, D, E, F, and G. Letting go. Getting everybody else out of your energy field. That you know that you are safe. That you know that you're protected. And that you know that you are a divine being of the energy of all that is. And so I've got a list of downloads, and so you're just going to close your eyes. And somebody asked me last night, what if I'm not feeling these when they're coming in? What if I don't feel like they're true? And that's a great question, guys. I actually want you to go ahead and say yes and allow the energy to come in. If you feel any resistance, then that's the thing you need to work on. So this is a great time to let go and receive. I know how to enjoy life. I know how to use my intuitive abilities for my highest and best good. I listen to my intuition every day. I know how to listen to my intuition every day. It is safe to listen to my intuition every day. I am connected to my highest truth and only my highest truth, letting reasonable fears be removed and released, and that I have creator's truth and discernment of what is a real fear, a real concern. I trust my life is unfolding exactly as it should. I am open to my intuitive abilities. I trust my intuition. I envision myself in alignment with the universe. I am in alignment with the universe. I have a clear vision of my spiritual path. I can see the light within every soul. I am insightful and intuitive. I am wise. I have wisdom. I follow my intuition with grace and ease. I am a divine spark of the energy of all that is. I have discernment of what I see, feel, and receive through my third eye. I know how to act on what I receive of intuitive hits and wisdom. It is safe to see clairvoyantly. It is safe to have emotions. My brain chemistry is in balance. My right and left hand side of my brain is in balance. My past is in my past. My future is in my future. And I live here presently in the now. It is safe to feel. It is safe to see the future. I know how to see the future. I know how to visualize. I know how to imagine my future. I know how to create my future in my mind's eye, actually creating the life I wish for, the life I desire in my mind so that it can be made manifest. I know how to see everything through the eyes of love. I know how to align with love, and I do. I see myself as divine. I see myself as the divine sees me. My mind is open. I am open and I am free, and I am letting go of illusion. I am letting go of everything that has been placed in my energy field that is negative as an illusion. I release illusion, I release projections, and I fill myself back up with beautiful light through my entire mind's eye. And at this time, I want to do an energy defragging of your brain, all that are no longer serving you, all thoughts and feelings that are from your family line that is no longer accurate and true, healing you from any time you and or your family have had loss, fear, or illusion from this or any lifetime, resolving it for your past lives and healing it for your soul level. Marking it as complete, that on a soul level you know how to see, that it's safe to see. You can see psychically, you can see intuitively, you can see clearly, and that you may feel through every cell of your body the truth, that you know the truth, but you can also look at the world with hope. You can see the world as you are creating it rather than a world of fear. That you take this in through every cell of your body, through time and space, dimension and reality. You are filled with unconditional love at this time. And so there's so many of us here on this healing transmission today. Let's send healing light out into everybody, that we see the world as healed, the physical world, the earth, as it is getting a new form of clarity. May we send clarity into our politicians and their decision makers, that they make good choices for us right now with crystal clear clarity, keeping us safe, that we know that we're safe. May we send out healing to everyone on the planet that is in illness, fear, or distress right now. May we send that to our loved ones. And may we release and shake off the weight of anything that is holding us back from connection, from joy, from hope and happiness. From above us and below us, from the right of us and to the left of us, in front of us, behind us, through every cell of our body and the divine within, as we recognize our divine, as we intuitively see with our divine eye, that we are integrated with grace and ease and love and joy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, and it is done, it is done in the highest and best way. Namaste, aho, hallelujah, all of the things. Ooh, you guys are so powerful. I feel you. I can actually feel the connection for you guys. So today we have dark moon, and tomorrow morning, at least Eastern Standard Time, about 5:30 a.m., we're going to get the new moon in Aries, which is like a big pop of fire to burn off all this negativity, anything that's going on. So, oh my goodness, Tracy, I haven't seen you forever. Hello, hello. Brenda's cleaning. We have Alyssa. Oh my goodness, Alyssa. Hello, hello, hello. And Felicia. And how do I say that? I apologize. Well, I'm going to have to look at your name, but the last name is Journey. So please forgive me. I cannot see the little teeny weeny writing. But hi, everybody. That's Christy's on, Marissa's on, Gloriana's on, Stacy. Oh my goodness, Stacy and Maria. Wow, this is like old home week. Kathy's on. I love you all, and if I missed your name, please forgive me. I see that there's a lot more than I can name, but I'm just so tickled, and I hope this is helping people. I know at least one person has posted their meditations from yesterday, but what you're going to do if you're going to enter the challenge, you need to post, and you have time to catch up. I'm not going to even look at it till Sunday. If you post a meditation what your reflections are, one for every chakra. I'm going to give away three prizes at the end of the week on Sunday. I'm going to do like a little bonus Facebook Live on Sunday at 6. And what I want you to do for today's meditation is either find a crown chakra meditation on YouTube, like just not a guided one, but just the or yesterday was crown, today's third eye. Third eye meditation music, or using the I Am meditation from Wayne Dyer. Join the Soul Circle Facebook group, and I will post a place for you to put your reflections up. And so you need to put 7 different meditation reflections, meaning you've done the meditation, you spent 5 or so minutes just thinking about the third eye, thinking about the beautiful light around you, looking at your energy field and energizing it, and let me know what pops for you. I will be giving those away at the end of the week. So I hope everybody's having a good time. Private message me if you do need a more specific healing and clearing. I made a decision to offer one-on-one healings and clearings this week and next week, just to get everybody through, because I know we're all empaths, and this third eye is where we pick up all that empathic stuff. So if you need me, I do have some time slots available. If not, just practice your meditation. Those of you who have taken theta healing, go into the theta brainwave like 3 times a day or 4, and do your clearing more often than you ever have before with with the energy of the group consciousness, do a clearing and then send out a healing of bright white light to everybody. That's all we can do right now. Stay happy, stay safe, take good care of yourself, get a lot of rest. In fact, rest and sleep are one of the best things you can do for your third eye. Sometimes you might even get some awakenings. When I'm really in the zone, I will wake up at 3:15 or 3:13 in the morning, 3:30, 4:44, any of those times, and I'll get like messages. And if you do get third eye messages or downloaded messages or channeled messages in the middle of the night, you can certainly keep a notebook by your bed and write those down. Or one of the other things I do is I don't want to write, so I'll just take a voice recording and talk about what I received and come back to it later in the day. A good time to really work on your third eye is first thing in the morning before you start your day, and right at the end of the night. My two big meditation practices are to, in the morning, really set intentions with my day. I'm so grateful and thankful now that this is in my life, and set my intentions for the day while I'm still in that theta brainwave before I've even opened my eyes. That is a third eye exercise. And my other favorite is I'm so grateful and thankful now that this has happened, and be grateful, counting my blessings as I go to sleep at night. So those are two really great practices. And I tend to do right after my midday workday break, like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll often do a clearing. I'll stop and do a clear, remove, release everybody, and get everybody, I call it everybody out of the pool. All the energy I'm holding on to other people and my own self-defeating thoughts, I'll say that in the middle of the day, and I'll return not to sender but directly to source, to the creative energy of the white light. I will return the energy of any soul fragments I'm holding on to for other people. So that's kind of what I've got going on. So it's Michelle. Happy Magical Monday, and I'm super excited to be doing this. And you guys are all doing a great. I'm proud of you, and I'll see you again tomorrow at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and for the new moon. And we'll be doing the throat chakra and the new moon tomorrow. So how cool is that? Brightest blessings, live magically, and I love you.